I'm Arturo Torres, and I'm the CEO and founder of Ventagium Data Consulting. I'm also an MIT grad from the Masters in Supply Chain Management. And I'm also a guest lecturer for some of the classes at that Masters at MIT. And today I'm going to talk about how MIT tackles supply chain visibility. We've all seen it across the past years. Supply chains, every time there's a war, a pandemic, a strike, the systems completely go out of whack. Companies, one of the ways they're trying to tackle this problem is by using their data, trying to use their data to understand what's going on, what's happening in their supply chain. But this also has endless problems. Data tends to be scattered across ERP systems like SAP, your transportation management systems, warehouse management systems, vendor data. It's all across the place, all across everywhere. The people that can really handle and really enhance this data is also really hard to get to, really hard to retain, and really hard to develop. And millions are being lost in trying to implement platforms that can solve very narrow issues to really understand what's going on in the supply chain. Here's where Ventagium comes in. We work with companies by embedding data professionals from our teams into companies and implementing what we call our BDUS framework. Our BDUS framework is simple. What we do is that we, by embedding ourselves into organizations, we integrate all those data silos from ERPs, TMSs, WMSs, and any other three-letter acronym that you can think of into one single place. There, we can enhance the data through advanced analytics and machine learning so that we can visualize the data either in dashboards or reports through predefined dashboards and views that can really enable people across departments to make data-driven decisions. And finally, the fourth one, we try to automate processes whenever possible so that people can go from managing Excel files to managing their supply chains. Each one of these steps takes around 1 or 2 weeks. So our clients start seeing results in weeks rather than years or months. Here's basically how the technology stack looks like. We are Google, Microsoft, and Databricks partners. And here's how it basically looks like, where we have data sources being integrated into unified repositories of data, where we can enhance the data through machine learning and advanced analytics, and later interact with the real world through either reports, integrating data directly back into the systems, or creating alerts that allow companies to be run through management by exception. To give you an idea of how this looked like, I can tell the story of one of our best clients, Fratello. This is a chain of shoe shops that are scattered across Mexico that sells around 1 million pairs of shoes per year. Well, what we did with them is that we started working with them like 3-4 years ago, and we integrated all their data from different ERP systems, points of sale systems into one single data warehouse. Once we had the data there, our teams of data scientists implemented our suite of machine learning forecasts to be able to help them with replenishment decisions for their more than 4,000 different shoes. Finally, we implemented our BDUS framework dashboards so that users across sourcing, procurement, logistics, and warehousing could make better decisions, better data-informed decisions. Our ask today is that we're expanding our customer base. So we're looking for introductions to supply chain executives from the retail, pharmaceutical, manufacturing, customer packaged goods, and e-commerce industries. And our geographies of interest are basically the North American countries. Thank you all for your time. let me know if you have any questions, and I'll be seeing you guys in the waiting room. I'm also leaving my contact details on the chat. Thanks, everyone.
Great. Thank you, Arturo. So can you tailor your reports to fit different supply chains?
Yes. So the VDOS framework is built for that. Each supply chain has its own peculiarities. Each supply chain works differently. So our framework is done for that. We have our base of a suite of different reports that we work with normally, but we tailor them to the peculiarities of each company that we work with.
And what can you say about keeping the data safe?
So that's one of the toughest issues nowadays, cybersecurity. The way that we tackle this is that our entire team, of course, is trained in cybersecurity, and our solutions comply with the 4 main international regulations around cybersecurity, which it's a bunch of acronyms, but it's the ISO 27001, the SOC TSP, and the PCI DSS. So that's how we tackle those issues.
Okay, thanks, Arturo.
Sure.
So